Hello out there, Akronites, and welcome to Around Akron with Blue Green. We have yet another jam-packed show ahead of us today. We're going to go to one of the last roller rinks in the Akron area. We're going to check out Springfield Roller Rink and see what that's all about. We're going to go to Blue Jazz. No, not this Blue, but Blue Jazz Club in downtown Akron. And we're going to talk to Kofi Valachi. This guy is a mover and shaker in the music scene in Akron, and he's only 17 years old. Let's go see what this is all about. We're going to head over to North Hill and talk to the Nepali Kitchen. We're going to talk about their culture and how they're bringing that culture to North Hill and making Akron, Ohio a better place. Now, to kick this show off today, we're here at Dream Team Boxing / Education Center. We're going to talk to Gino Tony. Now, what he does, he teaches children confidence through boxing, and they have a tutoring program here as well. Let's go talk to Gino and see what this is all about.
It's beautiful when you see a kid come in the gym and, you know, they try to jump rope, they can't get the rope over their head. And after about a week or two, they look Gino and they jumping consistently. And I say it all the time, that's my paycheck. I don't get paid for doing none of this stuff. I feel like it's my duty and my heart to provide for these kids. So, you know, that's my paycheck when they come in and tell me they was on green in school and, you know, they brought a grade up, or, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's beautiful in here. So.
I feel like I was given opportunities that everybody's not given, you know, because of my parents and my schools that I went to, and you know, even other people who have those same opportunities. I think everybody can use, whether it's a mentor or just a program to go to after school, you know, to work on your homework. You know, some people have an environment where it's hard to get things done at home. It's hard to focus on your homework. You have other responsibilities for your family, and so, you know, for me to just give a few hours of my week, I get as much, if not more, back. I know that's a cliche, but I really do. Like, you know, this is something I look forward to probably more than they do, especially since we're doing homework in here. But I mean, I really look forward to coming in here.
So when, you know, I was incarcerated and, you know, I was trying to come up with a way to give back to my community, you know, and my culture is dealing with the kids, you know, trying to provide better spots for the youth. I mean, I feel like in my heart that that's my duty. So, you know, when I was trying to come up with something to keep myself out of trouble and the kids, you know, in my community, I came up with a boxing gym.
You know, our goal is to have a you know, a group of kids that are able to go out into the world and succeed and really do well and set an example for other kids. And I think that's something that, you know, for me personally, you know, I did have some of the resources that are not available here. You know, I had the privilege of going to good schools, having good teachers, and even outside of school, you know, having activities that, you know, kept me stimulated. And so a lot of it is just, you know, providing them with education, but also with confidence to that, yeah, you know, here's what I did, here's what Gino's done, and here's what you can do, which is, you know, more than any of us if you kind of start working at it, you know, right now.
You know, I was trying to come up with things to keep myself from coming back to jail, and you know, and still be a positive influence to my community. So I got out and I met he was 8 years old at the time. He's 12 now, but I met him at a local boxing gym, and you know, I asked him if he wanted to box. He said he wanted to box. I told him to meet me at the gym. He met me at the gym, and from that relationship, we built this up with what we got going on now. He's currently a 4-time state champion, 4-time regional champion.
I was actually going into a Walmart in Stowe, and Gino and the kids had a tournament coming up, and they sometimes go and sell water bottles outside of like in different areas to raise money. When I went online and looked, I saw that they also had the title of Learning Center, and I reached out to him on Facebook and asked him, you know, how I could get involved with the Learning Center, that I have a background in, you know, teaching and education as things I've done outside of school, and he basically said, you know, you're the person I've been waiting for to get this Learning Center going.
Bring your son or your daughter for a week. If they don't like it, they don't have to come back. We try something else. But if you want to become a boxer, if you want to learn that sweet science of boxing, you got a staff in here that's going to help you, and we're going to put you on the elite everything so the right people can see you and give you a shot.
We're here in North Hill, and we're going to check out the Nepali Kitchen. We're going to learn a little about the food, the culture, and what this place is all about.
I was born in Bhutan, and when I left my country, I was 1.5 years. So I was a kid, and I moved to Nepal as a refugee. I'm a refugee boy, and I spent my 20 years in Nepal as a refugee. We get an opportunity from IOM, that is International Organization for Migration. So they came into our camps, and they started, telling us where you want to go. If you want to start your life, your new life, select one country. And there was like 8 countries. I select United States. So I came here because through that, IOM process, where we don't have any home. This is our home, North Hill. This is our home where we want to spend our life. I was a cook when I was in Nepal. I used to have my restaurant, small restaurant, and when I came here in United States, I come in 2012. Everything was new for me when I came here, and I started working as a dishwasher, and I worked, like 4 months as a dishwasher. And after all, when I told to manager I want to be a cook, chef, and they just told me to, practice more English. So I went to college, and I learned English, like how to talk to people and how to talk to how to talk. And I started, they hired me as a chef. So I started making pizza, sandwiches, and I worked there as a 1.5 years. After all that, I realized myself that I need to do something myself, because I'm working for others. So why not I'm working myself? Why can't I work myself? So I come to think, and when I started looking place where I can start my business. Around here, this is North Hill, and this now like 8,000 people are from our country, So yeah, that is the way how we started our business here. After opening our business, we started, we got like a lot of people from here, from our country, and we started, looking other business for our people, and we opened a bar, and the name of bar is The Hill Pub. Yeah, bar, and we opened one more store, that is the North Hill Convenient Store, and also I'm working in a society for our people. I'm a cultural coordinator. I'm a cultural coordinator of this society from Kirat religion people. There are a lot of different religious people from our country. They live in different way, but we are always together working. But we to preserve our culture and to preserve our tradition, and everyone likes to preserve their culture, their activities. So yeah, I'm working with my cultural, my community, and also I work for my BCAA, that is Bhutanese Community Association of Akron, that is BCAA. So I work with them too to preserve, my community and to take my community together forward for success. We are always trying to. I'm just like 26 now, so I always try to make other Bhutanese people, Bhutanese Nepalese people who came here for their big dream. I always try to be an example for them, to show them, how to work and how to be success. So I would like to say, people who are listening or watching this interview, I just would like to say, just help us to do some good works and just learn. Learning is always important. I'm a learner, and if you are watching, if you want to learn, you just go ahead. Don't be, don't be scared of anything. Just grab it.
Next up on the Movers and Shakers segment, we're going to talk to Kofi Valachi. Now, Kofi is an amazing piano player. Now, here's the kicker though. He's only 17 years old, and he's done more in his 17 years as a musician than most musicians have done in their entire life. Let's go talk to Kofi and see what this guy's all about.
When I realized that what I was doing was not for the mind, but more for the soul. And when I started to go through personal experiences in my life and I correlated, I went to music, that's when I understood that this is what I'm doing, and this is so much larger than just playing an instrument. I'm feeling what I'm doing. That's when I got that aha moment. This is what I want to do. I have been doing music for about 8 years now, 9 years now. When my mother first introduced it to me, she saw an advertisement in the Ohio Conservatory School of Music news. They had a newsletter, and she asked me if I was interested, and I said, I tried karate, I tried, everything that you could think of, soccer, baseball. Let me try music. And I tried it. First week, I didn't like it at all. I had a bunch of 5-year-olds in the class, and I was like 9 years old at the time. So going into that class and seeing a bunch of 5-year-olds playing Beethoven, and I'm like, a big, tall 9-year-old, I'm like, this isn't for me. But then the piano teacher, she pulled me aside and she said, I want you to stay. I want to take private lessons with you. I see more in you. And from there, I took private lessons with her instead of the group classes, and that's history from there. I wake up at 7, I go to school, I'm there until 3, and then after that I do homework, and then usually from about 7 to, I shouldn't say this because my principal will get mad, but till like midnight I'm probably studying music. That's what I do. I just love this. I love doing this, and it's not like it's a chore. Although I do have obligations that I have to do that are related with music, I enjoy doing it, so it never feels like work. It always just feels like a new opportunity to do what I love. So to anybody that's listening to this right now, I want you to follow your dream and never let anybody tell you that what you can't do. Because ultimately at the end of the day, the only thing that you can't do, like my brother would say, are the things that you choose not to do. The choice is yours, and the opportunity to be the best version of yourself is yours. You can go out there and be the next president, be the next Beyonce, be the next whatever you want to be. Anything is yours. All you have to do is just go for it. I think that Akron just is it creates a rare breed of individuals that many people don't get a chance to see. I'm talking, I don't even think it's just Akron though, it's why Northeast Ohio. This is a hard-nosed, grinded-out type of region, and this is something I haven't ever really seen in my entire life, this whole movement of just hard work, and there's a work ethic like no other here in this city. And I think that if you really want to learn how to be the best and be the best of the best, you want to be here, you want to be in Akron, you want to be in Cleveland, you want to be in places like this that allow you to really work hard for everything that you have. Like Bron said, nothing is earned, everything's given. So that's my motto. My advice is to, use every resource that you have. There's so many people that are willing to actually donate keyboards and donate pianos to many individuals. That's what happened with me. My piano teacher donated an upright piano from one of her students to me. And through that, I saw a huge increase and a huge boost in my musical, performance, because I was playing a real piano, and that meant something to me, and I didn't take that for granted. So just look for people that are always willing to help you out and always willing to help you see the bigger picture. God is the reason why I'm doing all this. Ultimately, I can't possibly tell you how many times it seems like this isn't possible or this can't happen, but I just, stay true to what I believe in, and that's, with God, all things are possible, and that's my motto. That's what I do. He hasn't given me the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And I think that if I continue to use this instrument to create, and inspire others, then I'm doing my job. And there is no reason for me to stop and think I'm doing too much, because there's never me doing enough. I want to touch as many people as possible through this instrument and through any facet, whether it be entrepreneurship. And if this instrument can inspire somebody watching this to create that startup business that they've been wanting to do, or that long overdue idea or project, then I'm doing my job. Then I'm doing it.
And to wrap it up here today, we're going to go to Springfield Roller Rink. Now, if you've never roller skated, you've got to check this out. I've been roller skating all my life, and I love it. It's a family-friendly activity, and it's great exercise. Let's go check the Springfield Roller Rink out and see what this place is all about.
We love the business. That's why I'm still in it. When you're having a down day, bad week, whatever, coming in on a Friday night, seeing the kids coming there and having a good time with the smiles on their faces, it just uplifts them. And it just gives me the admiration that I need to say, hey, I'm still going to do this, because look what I'm offering these kids. When you come in here, even when you're having a bad day, you come in here and the kids are smiling, having a good time. It's nothing but uplifting. Well, in the early 1900s, the roller rink was used as a dance hall or a pavilion during the heydays, the Roaring 20s. Then after that, it was dormant, and then it was purchased 2 years after World War II and renovated, expanded with the expansion, and the floor put in right around 1948, 49, and was converted into a roller rink and has been a roller skating center ever since. It's only been 2 owners since it's been a roller rink since about 1949. I'm a second-generation operator. My mother-in-law and father-in-law, Paul and Rosemary Knights, bought it in 1970. When I first got involved in roller skating business was right around the fall of 1982, summer of 1982. Of course, it was the disco era age that I was coming up through. State-of-the-art system was put in, sound and lighting. All people from all ages were skating, adults, kids. At that time, it was the thing to do. It was the thing to do. The difference between now and then, that it's so much more competitive out there with all the other activities out there. You're competing with other activities, and it's much more now of a recreational skating center, to where majority of the business is kids. It's kids related. Well, it's what we try to do here is we try to sell fun. That's one thing we want to do. They'll keep coming back if their kids are having a good time. If the kids are having a good time, they'll keep coming back. We do have a lot of repeated business, being that we have been family owned and operated for 47 years. In fact, in the 3 more years, we're coming up on 50 years. And we're a very active family in our business. We're active, we're not absent. We're here most of the time. And so we like to keep an eye on the kids. We run the place as tight as we can. So the kids have a good time here. A lot of our birthday parties that we have here are repeated business birthday parties. A lot of them that skated in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s are coming back, and their kids are growing up here and having birthday parties here. the age range from 4 years old. We have them clear up to, I've had them here to 80 years old. So there's depending on what times, days they come skating. Like I said, the bulk of our Friday night skates are all teenagers. They're preteens and teenagers. We see the older crowds here on Saturday nights and Saturday and Sunday afternoons. But again, we skate them from 4 years old. Our smallest skate that we have here is a size 9. Our largest skate is a 13. Most of the older skaters that we see are previous skaters. They own their own roller skates, and it's like a nostalgia. Even though they're 30 years old, they still bring them and roller skate on them here. Through the years, you do have, not everybody's perfect. We all know that. In any business that you're in, you do have your 10% that you have either kicked out several times through their aging when they were coming here, like 12, 13, 14, 15, and they do come back in their 20s. And the reason why they do come back, and they mostly come back because they have their kids of their own, they know how the operation is run. They know that it's tight and they really can't get away with a lot of stuff here. And they just come back and reminisce through here because of just how much of a good time that they did have here, and realize that once they leave here and go out into the world, it's much more tougher on them. And so they come back, and we get a lot of that during the summer months. We get a lot of folks that come back that have moved out of town, whether it be Florida or Arizona. They come back to visit family and friends. They'll stop in, and they haven't been here in 20, 25, 30 years, and just come in and walk around and just reminisce on how they, they grew up here and had a great time roller skating. Back in the 80s, we ran 2 roller rinks. In fact, we had 3 roller skating rinks that we were running. And a lot of my repeated business from back then come in and say, hey, Mick, you haven't changed a bit. You just haven't changed a bit. And but I think it's because of being around the kids for 30-some years. They energize you. They keep you moving.
Thank you once again, Akronites, for tuning in to Around Akron with Blue Green. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or maybe you want to see a segment on this show, you can contact me at www.aroundakronwithbluegreen.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So, until next time, I'll catch you on Around Akron with Blue Green.